Today was not a bad day to get out and walk, especially when you consider what we're about to experience.
Yeah, it's a Sunday night, but we're all thinking about the storm that's coming on Tuesday.
Yeah, well, we haven't seen a lot of snow, and sure enough, we've got a winter storm watch that has been issued for the Boston area out through western Mass into Vermont and New Hampshire, as we're likely going to see some slippery conditions develop Tuesday midday and continue through the overnight before that change over to an icy mix and eventually rain and then on out of here by Wednesday. And really taking a look at February snow, it's typically our snowiest month with about 13 inches we average. And we've seen plenty of snow back in 2015, right? 64.8 inches, even last year below average, but we still saw over a half a foot. So far this year, nada. Well, that could change as we get into Tuesday. Watching a little piece of energy that's pushing in from the west coast will redevelop over the Midwest, creating some very difficult travel for Monday, but for us, moving Tuesday. Now, you're probably thinking, well, what about all this? This is a piece of a system that's going to continue to slide just to our south, although the clouds, which increased today, those high-thin cirrus clouds, they'll continue overnight, and we may see an isolated flurry, but most of us staying dry and cold. Temperatures right now, 20s and 30s. So going through the timeline here, I wanted to point out, by tomorrow morning, you'll have some clouds around. Temperatures will be in the 20s, so a cold start to your Monday. Clouds will decrease, and we'll actually see some sunshine, especially further north you go. So increasing sunshine and highs a little bit below average, but still not too bad, in the 30s. So we'll go chilly and quiet. Now, overnight Monday into Tuesday, clouds increase. Temperatures will be cold when you wake up on Tuesday, but the commute will be fine. Temperatures in the teens and 20s, and will stay below freezing so that by midday, as our system approaches, we're noticing snow arriving by the midday afternoon hours and likely sticking to the ground. Now, the snowfall rates are going to be about 1 to 2 inches an hour in some spots, and that will allow for snow to quickly accumulate. And also, we'll be watching for very difficult travel for the Tuesday evening commute, continuing through Tuesday night before we see that transition to that icy mix and then changing to rain. The system's on out of here by midday Wednesday, so we'll notice just really the biggest impact to travel for Tuesday afternoon and evening. Noticing this darker shade of blue here, indicating mainly snow. Now, this transition area where we're going to see that icy mix, that's this area shaded in pink. So by 5 o'clock, we have a lot of snow across the region, but transitioning slowly in the Boston area by Tuesday night and over to rain across the southeast. The question is just how quickly do we see that warm air aloft allow for that transition Tuesday night? Where it stays all snow, likely going to see some higher snowfall accumulations, but even expecting that rain snow line to make it to the Massachusetts-New Hampshire border. Noticing by Wednesday, 6 o'clock, mostly just some scattered showers, and then it's on out of here by midday Wednesday. And we warm up too. So about 1 to 3 inches across the southeast right now with the current track, 3 to 6 from Boston to Worcester, points north and west, and then over 6 inches as you travel further north. Now, if it comes in a little bit colder solutions over the next day or so, we may be pushing these totals further south, so you have to stay with us. But no matter what, I am expecting to see the highest accumulations to the north and west with some ice on top, which could cause some slippery spots. And the winds, too, will also be gusty. So that's something we'll have to contend with on Wednesday. But you'll notice temperatures jumping into the 40s and then late week into the 50s with more chances of rain.
But you suspect those later model runs might push it all down?
It could push it down or push it up. You know, something we're going to have to continue to monitor. But best bet, slippery travel no matter what, Tuesday afternoon.
But my takeaway is that it will then melt, so therefore I don't have to shovel. That's my key.
That's your takeaway.
That's my takeaway.